All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for one more series on the night here in DCRL. Week number 7, we are going to have a Division B matchup here between the Doughbois and another team called Lost. We do have a first-time cast here on the stream tonight. Welcome to the stream for the first time here, Raptor.
Thanks, nice to be on. It's definitely gonna be a fun time. I'm hoping to stream a few more games before the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. I always say this. I always say this when we have a first-time caster. I love everybody stepping up, the DCRL community coming together to help out and make a pretty cool production, if I do say so myself. But like I said, we do have a Division B matchup here between Lost and Doughbois. So we're a little bit behind schedule. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this ball rolling. So Lost are 3-3 on the season with a 40% winning percentage, whereas Doughbois are 1-5 on the season. And actually, Raptor, you made a good point. These teams, you know, though their record is pretty drastically different, you know, 1-5 versus the 3-3, their winning percentage is exactly the same, which is absolutely crazy. I don't know if I've ever really seen that before, but it's absolutely fun to see. Doughbois, they are leading the league in saves, so maybe a little bit more defensive of a team. You know, they're kind of that standout in that area. And then Lost, you know, they're a little bit more middle of the pack in almost every stat line, but something has to be working for them because they're 3-3 on the season, which isn't shabby in a very, very competitive Division B. But I'm going to go ahead and bring up Lost here. Like I said, 3-3, led by the man, the myth, the legend, Perchance, or Cooper, as many of us know him. He is destroying this league. He's running Div B right now, you know, 1.12 goals per game, 36% shooting, you know, that 3 shots per game. He is definitely that star player on this team. I mean, he's been in Division A every other single season of DCRL, and unfortunately kind of makes that jump down to Division B, but he's running it. He's proving that, you know, maybe he deserves to be in that spot in Division A, and he is going to be joined by Easy Money and Nemo, who are both, you know, very standout players. Easy Money, crazy player, makes a comeback. I think he played Season 1, makes his comeback for Season 4, and then Nemo actually won it. He's a Div C champion from last semester, and he, you know, he's not doing too shabby himself, so it's definitely a lot of fun to see some returning players, and especially to see Perchance, who's such a well-known member. But I'm gonna go ahead and toss it up the next team here, which is gonna be the Doughbois. So I'm gonna go ahead and have you kind of go over some of this stuff, Raptor.
All right, no problem. So with the Doughbois, you know, they're 1-5, but you know, like you said earlier, they have the same exact win percentage as Lost does. So it's definitely, you know, interesting to see how aggressive this team is, even with them being 1-5. You know, looking at Scout's saves per game, he's got really high saves per game. He's, you know, really solid defensive player, all on the board even. Sleepy 1.5, Rooney 1.16. They got a lot of saves per game. And then even if you look a little farther down to shots per game, Scout, he's a really aggressive player. I think that's probably one of the highest, you know, shots a game I've seen in the league. Like, it's not in this one since he's not a league leader, but I mean, it's still pretty crazy how aggressive he plays. And then even then, Sleepy at 2.04 and Rooney right behind him at 1.96. They're just, you know, shooting all the time. So I feel like, you know, Lost, with them not, you know, being super high in terms of saves, they'll definitely have to step up their defensive game here. And, you know, all these other stats, they're all still looking pretty good. You know, like Scout, you can really reflect that aggressiveness with that 1.12 saves per game, and Sleepy and Rooney kind of just backing that up to him with those 0.5 and 0.4 assists per game. So yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to watch Scout play this.
Yeah, one interesting point I will make too is that, like I said in the overall division standings, is that Doughbois are actually, they were leading the league in saves per game as a team, right? And, you know, you come into the individual stats and all of them kind of, you know, no one's really standing out that much. I mean, Scout does have the 1.92 saves per game, definitely contributing to that total, but across the board, you know, they're not leading the league in anything, but they're leading the league in saves per game. So not only are they, you know, ripping shots, like you said, you know, Scout with 3.56, you know, shots per game, Sleepy is up there too, Rooney's right there with him, but they're leading the league in saves per game. So I'm not too sure what it is about this Doughbois team that isn't clicking, right? You know, the 1-5. I do know that they've been to a lot of game number 5s here in season number 4. So a lot of their games are close, which is why their winning percentage is so high, right? You know, a lot of game 5s, it brings down that you know, keeps them relatively in the running for that winning percentage team. I don't think that this Doughboys team deserves to be 1-5. I'm going to say it right now. I think they get to that game 5 situation, and I think they end up just choking. I think that's kind of what it comes down to. When it matters the most in game number 5, you know, they just can't get it done where it matters the most. Either that or they get reverse swept. I think they've been reverse swept about 2 or 3 times this season. So again, it just comes down to the last part, which is finishing the job and winning that, you know, that match point. So I'm looking for Doughboys to try and step up here and try and find a win here on this loss team in a statement manner. But we're trying to get all these boys in for the game here. I think we are waiting on Nemo. He's currently in the bathroom, so we're just kind of waiting on him to get in here. We are about, you know, 10 minutes behind. I'm an old man. I have a 9 to 5. I'm trying to get to bed, so this is catastrophic news. But before we go, Raptor, we always have a tradition here for a caster prediction. So I'm gonna go ahead, even though you probably know nothing, or maybe I've never seen these guys play. What's gonna be your prediction here between these 2 teams?
You know, it's a really toss up here with just looking at the space stats, but I think that I think it's really just gonna come down to a last minute, you know, game 5, and I think Lost is gonna take it. I'm gonna be honest. I think, you know, I think Doughboys might just get a little too aggressive and a little over rotate. I think Lost is just gonna capitalize on it. So I think that's kind of my prediction here.
What do you think it's gonna be in a best of 5 though? Give us a series score even. Let's get specific.
3-2. I think Doughboys is gonna win by I think Lost is gonna win by 2 or 3 whenever when they take, and I think Doughboys, they're gonna win by, you know, 1 or 2 each game. That's my guess.
I'm saying in a best of 5 series. Is it gonna be in 4 games? Is it gonna be, you know, that type of thing?
5. It's gonna be.
It's going to game 5, huh? Okay, well, I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna say Doughboys are gonna take this one. I'm hoping that they just get this one over with in a 3-0 sweep. Hopefully they have that clutch chain to get it off. But ladies and gentlemen, game number 1 underway here. This Division B matchup here, and a good start maybe for the loss here. Definitely a lot of good pressure. And one thing I will say right off the bat before we get too deep into this one is that we do see Perchance in a suit. He was hyping it up pretty much all day to me, talking to me in DMs about it. He was really excited to be in this suit on stream, and so we'll see if the suit has some magical powers getting here into game number 1.
You know, I don't know, with suits, that's just kind of, it gives you that confidence, you know, that suit gives him, you know, the real confidence to just make those plays, and, you know, you look good, you play good, you feel good, you know. Like,
exactly.
You know,
I mean,
it might be the play. You know?
It really might be. I know there's one player in Division B named Kier. He does the same thing, and their motto is look good, play good. So, I mean, you said it yourself. So hopefully, perchance, you know, can will that suit into a win here tonight.
I really like playing against Perchance. I've played against a few times, so just overall, I really like him as a player, and even as a guy. You know, I talked to him a couple times through Discord, and you know, I feel like if he can really tie in a win, you know, he deserves one.
Yeah, definitely. But a minute and a half here into game number 1, still tied 0-0. Both these teams maybe just feeling each other out a little bit. Kind of waiting for one of them to make a mistake as Scout gets a nice touch off of the sidewall here. Nemo gonna maybe make a passing play over to Easy Money here. Maybe a couple fakes or a whiffs coming out. Perchance gets a nice pop, but gets 50 by Sleepy right on the back end there. Looks like Easy Money has a little bit of boost to work with, but makes Rooney miss. Can't quite find the touch on that one. Perchance gonna get this one up off the wall. Looks like Scout's gonna maybe try and find this one across the field. Gets it across there, but Easy Money with a great settle here. Can he get the flick? He gets it, but Sleepy makes a goal line save. This is dangerous. Perchance goes up for it, rings it off the crossbar. Definitely a missed opportunity there for Lost to strike first in game 1.
That was really close. I really thought he was gonna put that one in. With that flick, you know, I was really worried about that flick, but it looked like he just couldn't get it over that defender there.
Completely agree. Scout. Nice touch out of his own back end here. Scout is the captain of this team. He has that 1 point, you know, whatever, 2 goals per game, or maybe 1.12. I think he's tied with Perchance. This might be a goal, but Scout holds the line here. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Scout here, doing a lot of the work here for Doughboy so far. Haven't really said Sleepy or Rooney's name too much thus far. Scout tries to get a good settle here. Easy Money's going to carry this one into the other end. And it's very interesting to see Easy Money be that first man player. I'm very used to him being more the skilled player that, you know, maybe second man or third man that goes for some mechy plays, but seeing him in that first man position is really dangerous to me. Yeah, Rooney
really
gets
interesting
a
to watch some of these.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
It's really interesting to watch some of these higher division games, you know, just watching how they play and how they rotate. You know, I just have seen a lot of bumping at the gate. Is that going to be a goal? Oh, it's super close. Can he finish it? Yeah, Sleepy can come in and finish it.
There we go. Sleepy, we finally call his name there. It's a good beat there coming out from, I believe it was either Rooney or Scout. Makes a 2 miss from Lost. And that one's just going to be a goal for the Doughboys, striking first here in game 1. Absolutely love to see it. They haven't really had much pressure so far, and all of a sudden they find a random spurt of it, and it works as Rooney gets a nice pass into the midfield. Scout tried to jump for it, but it looked like he maybe backflipped or side flipped. Couldn't get much of it. This one might be dangerous. Easy money. Not able to find the touch, but Nemo has some great backward defense here. Rooney gonna bang this one off the corner. Perchance goes missing. This might be dangerous as Scout puts it bottom right. And a good combination there, play there from Doughboys to put it up 2-0 here.
Yeah, that was an unlucky clear by him. It just put it right in front of Sleepy, and he was able to just slot it. You know, some of the corner would have been a lot better there, and I'm sure that's really what they were going for. But, you know, every once in a while you get them unlucky touches that just the other team can capitalize on.
Yeah,
exactly what they did.
Exactly. And Perchance, I know that he has a very interesting play style. He loves, you know, going for some like crazy pre-flippy plays. He loves being up the field. So I mean, they are 3-3 in the season, but so far here, you know, in this game number 1, haven't really been seeing the vision here for Lost. Good touch off the backboard from Perchance to put this one over in the corner. They're gonna need to find something here to try and get up to that 2-goal deficit. Can't quite get it. Scout puts this one off the backboard. Maybe a good opportunity, but Easy Money gets a nice goal line save. Maybe an opportunity for Sleepy. Gonna bang this one off the crossbar. It's dangerous. Rooney with the follow-up, and he is there. And Doughboys find the third now with only 45 seconds left to go. And Lost just hasn't really been able to find their stride yet.
Yeah, I really think Lost might be able to come in on that second or third game, but I think it'll be close. Usually after that first game, you know, one team gets on a winning streak and then they feel good, but then, you know, all it takes is 1 or 2 goals for the other team just to really get in a groove and start making some work happen. So I feel like that's kind of what they need, is to just get a few goals on the board and get something going, just to really secure their momentum as a team.
Yeah, we'll open up the floodgates, but Scout with a beautiful shot, top right, top upper 90 bins, gets it bar down. What a beautiful setup by Sleepy too. Good air dribble, good car control there. Sets it up perfectly for Scout, who makes a great finish there on the ball. And Doughboys find themselves in a 4-goal lead here with 28 seconds. I'm not going to completely write it off, but miracles do happen. But Doughboys with a statement game number 1. Here we go.
Nemo just goes and does it, you know. He just is like, all right, let's take work in my own hands. And, you know, he's just, with the fish banner as well. I'm sure he's loving this new season. Very aquatic theme. I'm sure he's loving it with the shark goal explosion. I'm surprised I'm not seeing that out in here.
That's actually true. I mean, we do have, like, you know, we got Nemo. He's a fish-themed, you know, character. We have Sharkbite. I hope that Sharkbite has that goal explosion, because that perfectly fits his name. But anyways, game number 1, 14 seconds to go. And I don't think Lost is going to be able to do it a Scout. Maybe 1-for-1 for the road here. Nemo makes a touch out. But, Rapka, I don't know about you, man, but Doughboys, I mean, ever since the first, you know, minute and a half or so, been looking absolutely deadly. You know, I really don't see how Lost can find an answer yet.
Yeah, you know, Doughboys really came out strong with that offense, and that, you know, that offense from Sleepy, actually, 2 goals, that wasn't some crazy stat lineups. He was involved in everything, you know?
Yeah.
Defense, offense, playmaking, he was everywhere. So that's, you know, really surprising. But,
yeah,
you know.
I will say one thing. I think we've only seen it like once or twice, or at least for me personally, I've only seen it once or twice where we've seen a player get the red in every category, where they're leading in every category. Sleepy almost does it there, not quite meeting the 3 demos from Rooney, but nonetheless, Sleepy has a great game, like you said, getting involved in all sides of the field. He's involved in every goal, 100% goal participation, and also leading the whole entire game in saves per game. So definitely, like you said, a very statement game from Sleepy to kind of not completely put his team on his back, but definitely makes a good statement here in game 1.
Oh, for sure. Definitely get some momentum going for his team, but, you know, that doesn't mean that Lost is quite out yet. You know, I think, you know, any good series, you know, they can get some momentum going and just get on a winning streak, you know. Happens every time.
100%. I mean, it's only game 1, right? I mean, Lost And I'm gonna sound like a broken record this week, but we did just get off a 2-week break of DCRL. So a lot of these teams, I'm guessing, really probably haven't played much since that break. So a lot of teams really have found their stride after the first couple games. As Lost starts out game number 2 hot. So they almost find him right off the bat here, but Sleepy puts this one on the other side. A weird 50 from Nemo.
Oh my.
And Sleepy is just there for the capitalization. And Doughbois with a nice counterattack on a missed touch from Nemo.
What a slot. Just beautiful top left placement. Just went right over top of Perchance. He didn't have enough time to react to that shot. That was beautiful.
Absolutely love to see it. Doughbois continuing this momentum from game number 1. And you love to see it. I mean, but I will say the storyline for the Doughbois has been they do, you know, pretty good. Oops, I actually gave the wrong team a win on the overlay, but we're good. Doughbois do have a history of starting off very strong and then not being able to finish the job. Job's not done until you win 3 games, boys, and I'm looking for it here. It's easy money. Not able to find what should have been a pretty routine save there. And Doughbois find their second here in about 30 seconds. And I do know, I will say, easy money, you know, he just got home, I believe. So maybe not enough, probably not any warm-up at all. So hopefully he can get warmed up a little bit here as Doughbois is already up 2 in game number 2.
Yeah, with it being, you know, so cold outside recently, his hands might still be pretty cold.
True.
It's cold hands can be rough. Oh my, what a save by Easy. That's his hands are getting warm now. It's just the easy save goes over his head and he's like, alright, gotta warm him up, and just pulls off whatever that save was. Looks like a shot's gonna be oh no, he wasn't there in time. But he's one of they have possession. He might really work something here. Good challenge by Scout.
Chance tries to get a pop over once. Sleepy gets a piece of it. Rooney being an absolute menace here, getting a touch, maybe 2 or 3 50s in a row. Perchance gets a nice settle across his goal line, gets a flick around one. Sleepy gonna be patient, gets a nice touch off the sidewall here, but Nemo, the nice follow-up. Rooney gonna bang this one upfield. Maybe Sleepy gonna turn on this one. He does. Gonna try and get a 50 going here, but easy money. The nice cut infield for Perchance. Maybe gonna try and get a follow-up. Doesn't find a touch. Maybe gonna go for a bump. Scout needs to get a touch, and he does. Nemo bangs this one off the sidewall. Easy money is up. Gonna try and bang this one off the sidewall. Can't find it. Sleepy goes missing. This might be dangerous, but Scout makes a much needed touch to keep that one out of his own net.
See if we can get some offense on blue side here. You know, they've really been struggling the offensive side. They keep putting the ball super close to the net, but they just can never put her in to finish the job.
Yeah, Nemo gonna try and continue out here. Gets a touch around one. Lost just has not had the offensive prowess at all. I think they were able to get what, 1 goal last game, a weird pinch goal, maybe with his own teammate, maybe it was just a 50. Just go straight into the Lost net there. What a banger shot!
You just put that straight on.
That was just straight speed. Just straight speed. That's all it was.
Nothing but game.
Yeah, but Doughbois so far really running this up. And again, I said it in the beginning of the series. I don't know how this team is 1-5. They're winning 40% of their games, and they're 1-5 on the season. That just, the math is not mathing for me on that one. Sleepy gonna go for another one here. Easy money makes a great goal line save. Perchance puts it across the field. Nemo gets a piece of it. Makes it a little bit awkward. Rooney gets a beat around Perchance. Nemo off the back wall, keeps it out of harm's way for now. Sleepy gonna try and keep going. And one thing I will say about Sleepy is historically that he's one of the faster players in all of DCRL. Last season, I believe his season average was somewhere around 1700 to 1750, whatever the units are in Rocket League. And just to put that in comparison, most Rocket League players in our league last semester were around that 1600, 1500 mark. This man Sleepy was zooming around the field, and seems like he's maybe starting to find his role a little bit here on this Doughbois team.
Yeah, just watching his playstyle, he definitely likes to move quick and capitalize off of, you know, some just missed touches, and you know, sometimes he goes for stuff that maybe he can't quite reach, but you know, sometimes he does get there, and it just ends up working for him.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's all about kind of finding that position. Everybody needs to find their position. A great pass midfield from Rooney, but Perchance Playing some great backboard defense there. Scout gonna try and rip a shot, but places that one wide left. Easy money. Gonna get insta challenged by Sleepy, and we talked about his speed right there. Good showing there. Rooney gets a nice beat over Perchance. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Rooney, getting some nice early challenges, and another goal line miss there that could have been bad for Easy Money, but luckily the ball was a little bit off net there. Perchance gets a touch around Rooney, gets a touch around another one, goes for the double, almost does everything himself. Nemo gonna try and maybe rip a shot, but ends up popping it up high. Sleepy was there on the backboard. 48 seconds to go here, Raptor, and Lost just again haven't had anything going offensively.
Yeah, it seems like every time that you gotta try to get something going, you know, someone's just there to put a stop to it and get it to their side. Oh, almost a goal there by Easy, but can someone finish it? Can they put it in the net? And they can. Easy Money just puts it right on in, sitting right in front of him.
Yeah, I love this. Love this. Yeah, I mean, it was a beautiful setup, right, from Easy Money. Gets a nice beat, just bangs it off the backboard, and Nemo was there at least to keep the ball in play, make it awkward for Doughboys, and Lost finally not so lost anymore, hopefully, offensively, as they find their first one of game number 2.
Chance with the challenge can do something here. Ooh, a little bit hard of a pinch across the field. Let's see if Nemo can get pushed. Nope, over him to Easy. See if Perchance can slot something here. Oh, barely missed it.
Nemo puts a shot on net, just trying to get something going. Can't quite find it. 8 seconds to go. And it's looking pretty much over now for this Lost team. They need to be found. Nemo needs to get found pretty soon here if they want any chance of taking this one. Doughboy's gonna go up 2-0 here in the series. Lost gonna need to complete a reverse sweep now if they want to win this one. But luckily for Lost, Doughboys have already been reverse swept 2 times, if not 3 times this season. So you know, if it's gonna be a team to do it against, it is gonna be this Doughboys team. But hopefully by now Doughboys have learned from their mistakes, and they need to know right now that the job is not finished. They need to keep their foot on the gas and just continue this pretty much onslaught so far that we've seen in this series.
Yeah, that's definitely a huge thing, is getting comfortable in that game 3 when you're super close to a sweep. You know, you can never get too comfortable up until that clock hits 0 and that ball touches the ground. You can never let up. So I think Doughboys, once they realize that, they can probably solidify some more wins, but I think it'll just be tough to get out of that mindset of relaxation on game 3, especially with games that they've had recently with, you know, 3-1 lead in this game, and I think it was, what was it, 4-1 last game?
Yeah, I think it was 4-1, yep.
Yeah, so with that, I think they'll probably be getting pretty comfortable with that lead. You know I would be. So I think as long as they just keep that pressure going and, you know, don't get too easy on it, they should be able to pull off a win here. You might be right with that 3-0 sweep. Yeah,
like you said, if it's going to be any team, it's going to be this Doughboys team to complete the reverse sweep on. But ladies and gentlemen, what could be, hopefully for the Doughboys, if you're a Doughboys fan, maybe the last game of the series here, if Doughboys can continue this onslaught, they have the momentum. It's all up to if they can continue it. The Lost need to be found here if they want any chance taking this one, as Nemo not able to find the much needed touch there. Perchance finally gets a nice booming clear out, but it's going to be just possession gave away for Rooney, who makes a touch back into this blue end. A good follow-up from Sleepy. This might be on net, and Nemo just can't find the save. Kind of see the disappointment on Perchance's face there. Unfortunately for Lost, Doughboys coming out strong, and this is what I needed to see from Doughboys. This is absolutely what I needed to see. They need to just keep their foot on the gas, don't grow complacent, and just keep this onslaught on and finish the series out.
Yeah, you know, they're keeping that offense going. I feel like as long as they don't let up, they might be able to just 3-0 them right here, but that'd be a devastating loss for Lost, you know. It'd be absolutely brutal for them, getting swept by them. You know, I guess you could say they're the bottom lead of our team, but you look at their win percentage, and it's astonishing how they're still 1-5.
Exactly, especially with the 40% winning percentage, as Scout puts in yet another one here in the first minute. You can see, you know, him lapping his cams, crossing his arms. He's feeling confident, but that, I'm telling you right now, Scout, don't grow complacent, my guy. It's not over yet. The job is not finished. 4 minutes left to go. It's a lot of Rocket League to play. And I think if Perchance and this Lost team can start finding their stride, they have what it takes. I mean, they're 3-0 on the season so far, and probably one of the most, if it's arguable what's more competitive this season, Div B or Div C, but both equally are pretty competitive. So being 3-3 in this competitive of a division, nothing to be, you know, frowned upon. So they definitely have what it takes to you know, take it out here. But so far, Doughbois have just been chokeholding them pretty much all the way, as Nemo gets a nice touch up the field here using all of his boost, gets another touch, but Sleepy being so great off the backward so far. Rooney gets a touch into the midfield. Nobody's there from Lost. Easy Money finally does get there. A couple demos do come out on the field, and nothing comes from it. Still up 2-0. Looks like Scout gonna try and go for a double tap. Can't quite find it. And Easy Money off of his own backboard and try and clear this one out.
You know, like you said earlier, talk about how Div C and Div B are both, you know, really competitive. You know, I'm a Div C, so I'm going to sit here, I'm going to gas up Div C all day long. It's just really interesting to see these higher ranked players just go at it. One of my teammates through CCL, he's in Div B. I can't remember what team he is off the top of my head, but
what's his name?
Skay. I think he's OG. I think he's on the OGs.
Yep, the OGs. Yep.
So just knowing, you know, how fast some of these players are, and just, you know, just watching here, it's a whole different level of competition from one division to the next.
Yeah, as we were talking about that, Doughboys do find their third goal now. About halfway through here. Looks like my party is disconnecting, but hopefully not distracting the players on the field. But we still have, you know, half of a game of Rocket League to play. It's not completely over. Lost need to start sending the entire house. You're down 3 goals with you know, 2.5 minutes left, facing death right in the eyes of Scout. Finds the Aquatoad bounce off the bottom corner. Oh boy, party was destroyed because of a connection error. Looks like we're still in game though, so we're gonna keep going. But nonetheless, Doughboys, like you said, they're not growing complacent. You know, hopefully by now they know that the job's not over, and so far they've been dominant in game number 3. They're really threatening now to put this one through in a 3-0 sweep.
It's pretty impressive you predict that. Oh, right in front of their net. Can somebody put it in? Nope. Nemo needs to hit it out. Back on the offensive again.
Easy Money he's able to get there. Sleepy not able to find the touch. Easy Money gets a great first touch. Rooney does go missing, but Scout able to get a touch aside. Nemo's gonna try and keep this one alive, but great defensive positioning from Scout there. But perchance has an opportunity here. Tries to put it in, but Rooney makes a great touch on his own end there. Sleepy gonna try and keep this one alive. 0 boost. A little bit awkward, but good comms. Rooney carries this one out. Gets a fake around 1. Easy Money is last man back. Gets a nice cut on it, but Scout reads it all the way. This is gonna go dangerous off the blue backwards. Sleepy gonna try and up a shot, but it ends up going missing. But this ball is still super awkward. You can see Sleepy maybe going for a pass of some sort. Rooney not able to find it. Sleepy. What in the world is going on? Doughboys, don't grow complacent, bro. It's gonna bite you. It's not over yet. But with 1:25 to go, Lost trying to just find their stride here, Raptor.
It's hard with Sleepy put on offense. You know, he's just everywhere, man. It's like everywhere I turn, Sleepy's name is right on top, just on that ball. So it's really hard for them to put on offense, just with Sleepy every single direction they turn, it seems like.
It really is. I mean, it's strangling as we see a triple commit coming out from Lost. They are really quite literally looking lost right now out here on this field. Maybe a good pass down for Nemo. Opportunity, but just can't find the good touch. Perchance is finally there with the cleanup. Finding the first goal here, but they only now have 52 seconds to work with. But I will say, Raptor, that 3 goals is a lot easier now than 4. That sounds a little bit more doable than 4 goals. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure. That's only like, what, 1 goal every 15 seconds? I think they can do it. Just, boom, 3 kickoff goals. Bang, bang, bang. I think it's possible.
It's possible here.
If he can get to Nemo. Sleepy's just on everything, man.
He really is. He's just everywhere on this field, and he's really, for me, it's him or Scout that's been really the big MVP. He's probably Sleepy for me here in this series. He's, like you said, he's just been doing so much on both sides of the field, and really a standout game. 30 seconds remaining here in game number 3. Rooney going off the ceiling. Can he get to it? Trying to find a touch into the midfield. You can see him in the cans laughing, talking about how cool it would have been. Would have been a sick clip. 20 seconds to go. Sleepy finds a weird touch. Boys, we gotta be careful here. We have to be careful. Don't grow complacent. Boys, 14 seconds. All it takes is 1 kickoff goal. And this one will be this one will be, you know, flipped on the other side. So, like you said, it just takes a couple kickoff goals. Even one kickoff goal right off the bat here could do it.
See if they get it. Oh, perfect 50, but Easy One is just unable to clean it up. But per chance, he gets it. Oh, not quite on his net. Sleepy's just there to defend. 6 seconds coming down. Is there a goal? Oh, so close. That was just crazy defense. And looks like that's going to be game 3. Easy sweep for Doughbois. You really predicted that out the gate. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness. Doughbois finally get it done here, ladies and gentlemen. They've been, you know, struggling all season long, you know, to get that third and final, you know, game in this series. I mean, we're going to get a winner's interview with them, and we're going to ask them, you know, how many times they've been to a game 5, how many times they've been touching that. But props to them. They find their second win on the season, series win, to say, putting loss to 3 and 4. Doughbois do progress to 2 and 5 now. So, you know, just well played from Doughbois. Lost, like you said, just seemed lost. I mean, it sounds corny, but they just really not able to find any sort of offensive pressure pretty much throughout the whole series, Raptor.
Yeah, for sure. It really was hard for Lost to put together some sort of offense when, you know, Sleepy was just on everything. Like, it seems like I'm glazing him, but man, he's just there all the time. It's really hard for them to put together some sort of offense when, you know, every time they go for a touch, Sleepy just goes for a 50, and then every time that there's, you know, any sort of room, Scout's just there to capitalize on it. And even, you know, even Rooney, I don't want to leave him out. He's really putting together a lot of shots as well. He just sets his team up, and, you know, he's just that reliable third man that can keep it out of their net, or at least get in the way of an offense.
Definitely, but looks like they are in the waiting room. We're going to drag them in here. And first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, huge congratulations on your second win on the series. That has got to feel good, boys. Tell me how good that feels to get that.
Yeah, I mean, the reverse sweep is in the back of all of our minds, but we just didn't say anything.
I can guarantee. I mean, I was commenting on it pretty much the entire time. It's like, boys, please, for the love of God, do not grow complacent here. It is not over. The job is not. The job isn't finished. The job isn't finished. Please, just put it in. But you guys know, you guys did a great job. Kept your foot on the gas, and you know, just a well-rounded, you know, series all the way around. So, go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and toss it to you, Scout, for the first question. It's gonna be. I'm gonna talk about it a lot here. What does it take mentally on this team? You know, you go to how many game 5s on the season, you get to this 2-0 sweep. You guys mentioned that the reverse sweep's in the back of your mind. What's going on in the comms? What's going on in the heads here at this moment?
I won't lie, we are scarred from all of our reverse swaps. It's happened so many times, more than I can count on my fingers. Honestly, I gotta give it out to Rooney. He's the one keeping us together. Each time we get scored on, he keeps our energy up. And once we started dying on our comms, we stopped talking to each other. Game 1, game 2. I heard Cody in the background, even Cody and Rooney both like, keep communicating.
Yeah. We love to see that. I mean, that's a kind of a wholesome moment there. You know, it's you know, Rooney might not be the technical captain of the team, but maybe more the in-game leader of some sorts. So absolutely love to see that. Raptor, I forgot to tell you that we kind of do a winner's interview. So if you don't have a question for them, no big deal. But do you have anything off the top of your head you'd like to talk to these guys about?
Yeah, actually, Sleepy, dude, what is going through your brain? It's like you're just so fast all the time. It's crazy. Every single 50, you're just there. It's like they couldn't even put up any sort of offense because you're just on every single ball, just ruining whatever play that they have planned. What's going through your mind, and how the hell do you have so much boost?
Well, honestly, I mean, that's kind of been a problem. I kind of just go and take all the big boosts. But honestly, I mean, for this game in particular, I was just trying to like shut down per chance. So like anytime he had the ball, I pretty much just like insta challenged him, and like maybe sometimes I kind of ego challenged him, but I mean it worked out. And then like I was just trying to go for clips. Honestly, I was telling Rooney, I was like, I'm trying to hit some clips this game. So yeah, just trying to have fun.
Yeah, and you know, Perchance is a big player on their team. I played against him a few times, and he's really just a threat when he has full possession of the ball. So, you know, props to you for really recognizing that and getting on top of him every time he's got possession. Because man, you just shut him down this game. It was amazing to watch.
Thank you. All
right, well, Rooney, you're the last guy that hasn't really talked yet. I mean, I'm gonna kind of build off of it since what Scout said, but you know, what kind of has pushed you to step into that position, you know, of being like more of like the in-game leader? I mean, Are these guys' mental just chalked all the time, or what's really going on?
I mean, not necessarily. I feel like I just need a role in this team since they're basically doing all the work on the offensive line. I just basically sit back and do what I can in the backfield, and so I mean, I need to do something. So I might as well be the hype man.
I definitely respect that, but I think you're selling yourself a little bit short there. I mean, you played, a fantastic, series yourself. There are, multiple times where I noticed you were getting very good beats, on perchance on a lot of guys, getting up nice and early, being a good, good follow-ups and stuff like that. You're selling yourself short, my guy. Not only, were you keeping them in the game mentally, I think you, played a great series yourself. So, stop selling yourself short. And I did hear Cody telling me to stop glazing, but the proof is in the pudding, my guy. I mean, you played a fantastic series, so congrats to you, Rooney.
Thanks, buddy.
I don't know. I mean, there's not much else to say other than a huge congratulations. Hopefully, please, boys, if I'm going to tell you right now, don't grow complacent. You get your win. You get, you got one more week of the regular season. If you guys play like that during the playoffs, you guys have what it takes. Don't grow complacent and try and just continue this onslaught. So, yeah, I mean, huge congratulations and good luck in the rest of your, season.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, if I had one more quick thing to add before you guys head out.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Keeping that energy coming through the playoffs, it would be amazing to see, a team like you guys going into LAN, just with that 1-5 record right away. It's like, oh, you don't really bet on you guys, but then at the same time, you look at, Scout's offensive ability, Sleepy, your speed, and Rooney, like, you can never sleep on that third man. You're just sitting back there, making sure your team's staying together, watching those rotates and double commits. So don't sleep on being the third man, being hype man, third man. It's just as important as being that offensive player. So it'd be really fun to see you guys if you guys can make it to LAN. It'd really just be a team with a record that you wouldn't expect. And, it really doesn't reflect your guys' playstyle based off your win percentage and the amount of times you guys have gotten reverse swept. But, man, I'd be really excited to see you guys there. So hopefully you can keep this this high energy going straight through the rest of the season and into the playoffs.
Well said.
Awesome.
Can't say much better. All right, boys. We're going to send you away. Congrats on your win, and hopefully see you guys again on the winners interview.
Appreciate it.
See ya.
Take care.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will be it. Quick 3-0 sweep there for the Doughboys. Completing, I don't know if you want to call it a curse, but I mean, they proved it right there. They weren't really able to finish those game number 5s, finish out the series on the match point. So huge props to them, for being able to do so. If they're able to do that, I mean, like you said, they're 1-5 on the season, and I said it before the series, Raptor. I was like, their record doesn't represent how good these guys can be, and if anything, I think they proved me right there. So, like you said at the end of that interview, I'm super excited to see this team going into the playoffs. I think they're one of the dark horses in my eyes. They really are. I think if they can continue that onslaught, they have what it takes to be a contender for LAN.
Oh yeah, for sure. It'd definitely be exciting to see. Just watching their play style. They were really aggressive the entire game, and they also didn't let that kind of lead into overquits and easy goals, because I don't think there was, any easy goals that that was let up. There was a few goals that just happened to be there, but overall it was pretty consistent throughout the series that there was no open nets or just blatant mistakes that were made. So I feel like as long as they can keep that energy and they can keep that play style moving and make sure that they don't overcommit, they don't make any dumb decisions, I feel like they could really contest with some of those higher rated teams. It'd be really fun to see them at LAN.
I agree. I can't say more. I mean, I'm a little bit biased. I've known Rooney since pretty much childhood, so he's one of my my better buddies. So I'd love to see this team go forward and do something on LAN. It'd be absolutely fun to see. But no, I mean, that's pretty much all that left is here to say on the stream. I will plug it one final time. We are doing a DCRL sub goal. We're trying to get to 150 subs, and if we do so by April 28th, we're gonna have a couple guys on LAN, live at LAN, doing the Buffalo Wild Wings Blazing Challenge. So the hottest wings that we could find. So if you guys do want to see that, if you have a Prime sub or something like that, drop that through. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's all gonna try and join together as a as a community and just kind of go for a goal. So just always have to plug that. But other than that, don't have too much else to say, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor, do you have any final thoughts you'd like to say here before I close it off?
I just got one question for you. How close are you to the sub goal? You know, I'm really excited to see some people eat some wings. So if you're pretty close, you know, I might have to drop a few if we're getting close.
We're not quite close. I mean, we've only had 3 streams so far since we announced it, and we're already at 36 out of 150. So,
okay.
So, like I said,
little ways, but definitely possible.
We are on track to blast that out of the park. I mean, we have pretty much all of playoffs, most of playoffs to get that. There's going to be a lot of streams of that. So I think if we continue on this pace, we definitely have what it takes. But
for sure.
Any last words you want to say here, Raptor, before we close this one off?
I don't think so. I think that this is a really great league, and I think Division B definitely showed their competitiveness today. I still think Division C is the best div, but you know that's just
no
me
bias
in Division C. Yeah, no bias at all. completely neutral. But yeah, that's gonna be all about all I have to say. So.
Yeah, no, I have to give a quick shout out to you, my guy, for, you know, taking the step up and taking your first shot, you know, stepping up on the caster's desk. It's not always the easiest choice to do it for the first time, but, you know, props to you for stepping up, and I think you did a fantastic job, so thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I will say, we have a guy in the chat literally begging, slobbering for me to mention them. Yeah,
you know what? Let's not give him the satisfaction.
Oh, not give him the satisfaction?
Although, no, he's begging too much. He's too thirsty. Although Tech 7 though, he does agree with me. Div C is better than any other div. That is, I do agree there. Oh my! Comment section is crazy.
For the person that I won't actually say, okay, he's making me feel bad. Party RN, I'll say your name on stream, but if you want some advice streaming after this, hit me up in the DMs on the down low. I'll help you out. I'm really glad that you finished your goal, whatever you just said in chat. So, anyways, I'm gonna stop getting distracted by the chat, but that will do it here for the stream. Thank you guys all for the support throughout the stream. Had a couple people gift 5 subs, Shark and K-Tool. Always hugely appreciated from you guys. But anyways, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna stop rambling, and we're gonna go ahead and close this one out. So thank you guys all for watching, and we will see you guys very, very soon. Peace out.